and I'm the director of bands at L'Anse Creuse High School. And we have been running a jazz band here at L'Anse Creuse High School since I got here. It was actually, the program was gone for a long time, and it was brought back by Mr. Cozy, who was my assistant at the time, so we could fill the schedule. And so it's been going the entire time I've been here since 2002. Oh, we pick out the songs for a variety of ways. One is we want to have a variety of literature because there's so many different styles of jazz. There's swing and bop and bebop and funk, and there's even pop versions of jazz. So we try to do a mixture of different kinds, and actually we take requests. Our participation is probably not as high as it's been in the past, and that would be largely in COVID. We had 2 full jazz bands for years and years and years, but now one of the things we've done is where we could borderline maybe get to the point where we'd have 2 jazz bands again, because the jazz band's only supposed to be 18 people. We actually kept it into one larger jazz band. It's a bigger band, and we've done it just so everyone could keep participating. Well, I approached it the same way I approached everything in here, and that is within the restrictions of what we needed to do, within the whole idea of keeping people safe during the pandemic. How could I find a new or a different way to continue to offer something close to normal for the students? So we have kept all of our programs in different, not just jazz, as much as possible what we did before with safety restrictions in place. My favorite part, it's just a little bit more relaxed class. It's a little bit less stress, it's a little more easygoing, and because of that, it's a lot more less teacher-student and upperclassmen, lowerclassmen. People play different instruments, so it's a lot more, let's just play.
I have been doing jazz for probably 4.5 years, if I had to guess. I joined a jazz band just because jazz is kind of like something that we've done in the family for a long time. You know, my family's big on band, so we kind of do as much as we can. Since COVID, it's very, very different. It's a lot more lax, which is kind of weird, because we used to have 2 jazz bands, and in Jazz White, it was a lot more you have to get it done, and you have to play as well as you can on your instrument, where when it's one combined jazz band, it's a little bit more relaxed in terms of the rules, but it also lets you work on things that make you sound worse in the temporary, so it lets you improve on things though. It's still lots of fun, and like I said, it lets you improve things. But most of all, it's just still fun, and staying dedicated is probably one of the more important things to me, so I think that helps. It's fun music to play, and you're there with your friends. It's great.
I'm in 10th grade, and I've been doing jazz band since this year. I think the people and the music really make it worth it. I mean, the pandemic isn't a big difference for me, but I still like jazz.
I think that it's worth it just to be able to even do something right now, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. And it's fun to do. It's fun to come out here and play music. Probably being with friends, because through school you're not really with your friends, you're just among them. And I feel like in jazz you're more connected to the group.
I'd like to get it to the point where we are consistent and able to get back to the point with 2 jazz bands again, and hopefully we can return to some kind of normal, because it challenges the more advanced students, and then we still have the opportunity for the younger students or people who want to learn a second instrument. So when we went to 2 jazz bands, it was because it created multiple opportunities, and I'd like to have the multiple opportunities again.